Hello and welcome back to Avowed. So, last time we went to Marius's, not his birthplace, but he lived there once, I guess. It's a lost village. It turns out, well, his parents were part of a cult, led by this guy who essentially forced them all to kill not each other, but themselves, putting some kind of poison. And Marius's longtime friend Yanko, who was also like a talent at the time, but a little bit older, I guess, saw that. By the way, with Marius, my cat is making some noise, so let's get the hell out of the way. And yeah, went to Sol's Keep, and well, Marius lived there ever since. Not really knowing who his parents were, he was so young, he kinda either forgot or repressed it, or just didn't know really much of anything. So yeah. So now we know a lot more about Marius and why he was always so, hesitant about going here and just, and there's just a good reason. It is a lot. Yeah, we met the guy. What was his name again? He had a weird name. Say in here maybe. Let's see. Vasvan, that's it. Yeah, Vasvan. This is a. I think this is a good way to go down. Is it? Can I? Is there anywhere better? I don't think this is ideal. It feels like he wants me to jump over there. Wait, maybe I can land on that platform there? Okay, here we go. This is a weird way to get down, but okay. Anyway. Yeah, we met Westman, who was tormented by the voices of the ones he essentially killed, I guess. Forever and ever. And well, he was already pretty crazy, I suppose, but even more so. Is this really what you want me to do, game? Alright, we'll jump. Oh my god. That's an insane jump. How are you guys gonna make that? Well, don't worry about it. The game teleports you. Yeah. Oh, I did not know that I was gonna be able to go back this way. That did not look like something I could do. But okay. But yeah, we met him. And Marius, I had the decision to Marius what to do. And he pretty much was like, yeah, let's just leave him alone with his thoughts forever. He can't hurt anyone. He's just cuckoo, and yeah. This is a sight. You can still see all the skeletons. Somehow, it's been a good 30 years. That's impressive. I don't know. I guess he just left them here. I feel like skeletons out in the open would be a lot more damage, but who knows? I don't know. Couldn't tell you, to be honest, but that feels the case. But it's been 30 years, at least. I think that's what he said. Since then, yeah. But yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. And yeah, Yanko is also become dream skirts a bit, You can see that. And well, here, Vastman was also essentially like capturing or something, or like I don't know how he got so many dream skirts in there, but a lot of dream skirts are in there, and he believes those are like now the ones who can ascend or whatever. Yeah, so completely normal behavior. What's going on here? Yeah.
We spoke before, yes? Marius? We spoke before.
He did. Westman never heard anyone again. But Westman, he is a perfect creature, lost to his own madness. Come to say goodbye. Don't you remember us, Yanko?
You should have seen it, Viyate. The monster that haunted us all our lives, starving and babbling to himself.
It pleases me. I feel happy. that our monster was just a shadow all along.
It's over, Viate. You can rest now. I promise.
Right, Viate. And so can you. Remember that.
Hope you can both find peace now. Marius, do you feel any better with what's been dealt with? Where will you go now, Yanko? Where should we be going?
The Tusks have a lot of places to go where I can disappear and no one is hurt. I quite like that. To go away alone and sink into the land.
Will you be alright, Viate? What can I do to help?
Nothing more you have to do, Viate. Just keep living and try to laugh once in a while.
Right. I will miss you, Viate. I love you.
I feel so light. The circle is...
It's pretty sad that, you know, Marius' friend, the only one who knows anything about it, who knew it, who was there, is also being taken by the Dream Scourge. That is a extra layer of, you know, despair to this, I suppose, you know. It adds a bit of, like, yeah, like extra dimensionality to it, you know. So yeah, try not to step in the lava. But yeah, well, I guess we are done with that for now. I mean, I suppose that we will have things to say about that in camp when we get there at some point. But yeah, that's it for now, though. Looks like. Yeah, let's. Well, feels weird, but we gotta keep exploring. You know, just gonna keep exploring. That's kind of what we do. But yeah, we'll have more to say about that in the game, I'm sure. There's a lot to say, I suppose. Yeah. Alright. Well, now to find some sorbs, I guess. Can I relax? Sneaky sneak. Maybe. Sneaky, 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 sneak, sneak, sneak. That's there. Got one head there. Whoop, whoop. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. Oh, got to before. He all saw me. Okay. Where are we going here? Guess just around here for now. And up. Don't be get across the lava here. I mean, yeah, that wouldn't really be helpful or ideal. Sneaky, sneaky, sneak. How do you even see? Do you have an eyeball in that weird fire thing? How do you see anything? I don't know. I guess you see by being magic. Just go with that, I guess. Oh. Well, let me check where I was there. Weird about that sometimes. It's fine. Sure there's any secrets around here. Could be. Oh, that's that. Nope, no in combat again. Guess I should sell some stuff soon, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I got that last time, and I am wondering if that's worth using. It's just that, you know, I got a level up. I forgot? I guess I forgot. Okay, I have a level up apparently. The thing is that I've unlocked all of these, so it's kind of useless, you know. Like I can obviously visit all the skill points again, but it's kind of annoying to respec it all. I wish you could just reset one of these, but you can't, as far as I can tell. I got 2 points, huh? I mean, I could get this to level 3. Lifesteal is okay, and it being longer is okay. Is there anything else I would want? I mean, I could also try getting Meteor Shower. I never buy these because it's just like, well, I have the book, you know. But it is, you know, something I could do. I can also increase my frost accumulation or something. Well, not frost. I don't have frost anymore. Electric, I guess it would be. Yeah, shock. Is that really worth it though? I don't know. This happens a few times, but it's like I don't care that much to upgrade it. I guess this is the only thing I might care about. I mean, I don't really use the bear anymore because it's not on the menu. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Is this anything? I got a point in this one. Oh no! No. I got all the swingy sword things. I almost think this is a swingy sword thing, but it's not. It's something else. What is this? I mean, this is not bad. This is also not bad. I could do 1 point each of these. I'll do. Kinda want this to be full level. I'm gonna make this full level. Okay, there we go. That's my decision. Alright. What were we doing? What was I saying? I don't even know. But yeah. Right, yeah. Resetting all my points and stuff, you know. I can do that, you know. I could take the screenshots again and make it easier for myself. This guy here. Hello.
How do I tell
Oh.
Ratu? I don't want to be a part of this any longer.
I don't know. Not my problem. If you don't have a thing I can actually talk to you about, I cannot help you. That's how this game works. I can't really get over this bridge. So I guess we have to go around somewhere. Lockbox. All the swipes. All the time. You never skip the swipes. I guess if I had a bit of criticism about this game, you know, there's definitely some others I can point out, but, you know, I think I'd rather keep that until we finish the game, you know, because I do have some things to say about certain things. But one of the criticism is that I could use a little bit more enemy variety, I suppose. Like, we have now encountered a lot of like reskins, you know. I was hoping for a little bit more, you know. But there's a lot of like reskins at this point, which is, you know, a little bit unfortunate. Like, it has a decent amount of enemy types, but could be more. You know. Like, especially in a new area, like, you got introduced to, you know, the plants. You know, when we went to the Monstera, you know, the little plant guys. That was fun, you know. That's a new enemy type, but ever since then, I think it's just been reskins, really. I don't know. Well, why these those blight things? Were those introduced in not third one? I forget what it's actually called. I keep calling it third one. It's not third one. It's Shadowscarp, yeah. But those introduced there? I kind of forgot now. Maybe they were, or I think we definitely saw them there though. But yeah. And you've seen, you know, the beetles and saurians and, you know, bears, you know, just regular guys, you know, the green falls, you know. But yeah, like, it's like whatever. It's not like the combat is what I'm here for. Combat feels good. It still feels good. It feels good to smack an enemy in the face with an axe. You know what I mean? Where am I? I'm just walking around. I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. But even then, you know. Hello, I'm all here now. Okay. She don't care. Nothing there though. Oh, there's a camp up there I can get to. Guess I'll go there, you know. The main base is still over here. Gonna again try to avoid it as long as I can. I'm not interested in doing the main mission right now. Really get a sneak on you guys. Fine.
Not bad, boy.
Game's lagging quite a bit right now. Like, ugh, the frame, not lagging, but the frame rate is pretty bad randomly. I have like a path going somewhere technically. Looks like. Alright, let's go to the camp. We should talk about what we just did. Feels important. And you have things to say. Start with Marius, you know.
Envoy?
That makes sense.
I thought I'd feel different after dealing with Razvan. Somehow more at peace. There was this threat I didn't even know I was afraid of, and now it's gone. So why doesn't it all feel better now?
Masman is strong. He cannot hurt you. Masman is a pitiful shade of a person. He is not a threat to you. Maybe he never was. Give yourself time, Marius. This has been a lot. Masman must have always of your fears, but they build up beyond him over time. I needed to get past this now. Such an aggressive thing to say. I hate the last options. I think they've gotten worse somehow. I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. Maybe they always were, but a lot of these last options are just like, wow. Who would talk like that, you know? I mean, maybe you're this, you know, very, maybe you're playing as this very, you know, by the numbers, we gotta get shit done, you know, let's just get through this kind of thing. But it does kind of seem weird that you would also choose to do all these side quests and companion missions if you were on the main path and like doing, like, we just gotta get this done, you know, kind of thing. I don't know, but I guess you have to write something in case you do go this way. Do the side quest as well. But I don't know. Anyway, what am I saying? I mean, yeah.
The man in that cave was not the horrible thing I imagined all this time. No one has been hunting me. No one was after me. Dealing with this all my life. Someone starts acting strange, then clearly something terrible's about to happen. My people were in a cult. They believed what Razvan said. They died because he asked them to. But he wasn't behind every corner. He was stuck in a cave, babbling in mushrooms.
Yeah. That's big, your thoughts, your experience. It was still your experience, is what I'm trying to say, it's like, you don't know what it's like to go through what Marius went through, to think about all that, all that anxiety building up over so long, and fear and everything, But yeah, I mean, when you finally figured out what that fear is, when you finally encounter it, when you finally, see it, and it's not what you expect, I guess, and it's not, yeah, I guess it's hard to really say what that would be like, especially in a situation like this. I mean, this is something that is pretty hard to relate to, obviously, but I mean, you can think of it in many ways about anxiety, for sure, and how, not always, obviously, but pushing yourself through certain things that you're anxious about, that you thought, this is gonna suck, this is gonna be bad, I don't want to do it, it can be small things, it could be big things, and I've certainly felt that way, and there have been a lot of times where it really was bad, and it really was not worth doing or worth it, maybe I didn't have much of a choice, especially, when I was young and, I had less freedom, nowadays I have a lot more choices, not free will. I mean, I do have free will, but I have I have a lot more. What's the word, like, of a not a direction, but like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a not a schedule. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my day to day and my everything is a lot more streamlined, a lot more like I can do what I want to do, for the most part. I'm in a position in my life I can do that. In the past I wasn't. In the past I had to fulfill obligations, with school, first of all, there was always an obligation, and all kinds of things, family stuff, Nowadays I have a lot of freedom in that regard, and a lot of the time, not knowing what things were gonna be like, not knowing what the day to day was gonna be, that was always not my favorite. I think that a lot of that has to do with my autism. I think that is a certain thing a lot of people with autism can relate to, feeling like, not having a schedule or not knowing what you're expected to do or expected to happen, or that can be a lot, and it's different from this, I feel, in certain ways, but there is a thing I can relate to with that, for sure. And certain things, as I said, build up. Certain things you have expectations and obligations to do certain things, or and you don't know what's gonna happen, and yeah, that can be a lot. Anyway, gotta get back to the game. You'll never make a situation better by worrying about it. You've been through a lot, but it's over now. You are fools to give him so much power over you. Now that this is done, I need you to focus on what must be done. Yeah. That is and that is true a lot of the time, for sure. Um, I definitely am a chronic warrior. You can say that. You know what I mean? I definitely overthink how everything can be bad, or how it is bad, or how my mind thinks it's bad. You know, I've talked about it before, but I've also talked about depression. You know, and a certain thing about that is you keep saying to yourself that everything is just bad and it's gonna get worse. You know, and you know that's not always true. You make it a lot worse than it really is. You know, you're your own worst enemy. You know, that is something that certainly happens a lot to me. Um, and I try to get better at that. You know, I have definitely tried, and I would say I'm in a pretty decent place. You know, these days. You know, it fluctuates. It definitely does, and you know, right now my life is pretty, as I said, pretty, you know, it's not a schedule. I don't have a schedule per se, but it's the closest I can say. Like, I have a certain way of doing things, a certain way I like to live, and, you know, like to do things. That helps a lot. But it also does mean that sometimes my life can get pretty repetitive and pretty, you know, I can get on certain tracks in my mind about how everything is not changing and it's getting worse, even if it's not really getting worse, probably. But yeah, it's a lot. Sometimes it's a lot, you know.
Not for lack of trying, right? I appreciate what you've done to help me. I won't forget it. Thank you for finding that amulet. It's such a small thing, but it helps.
I'm glad to hear that. Does the amulet bring back any other memories? Very close with your parents. It's not like we had to go out of our way to find it.
Yes. Good ones, even. My father singing to me. My mother smiling and carrying me on her back. There was a sense of purpose, I think. They all left solace for a reason. They trusted Razvan. People began to act strange. My parents weren't around as much. Everyone started paying all their attention to Razvan. We all know what happened next.
How does this help you? What happened to your people was truly tragic. Should have known better. It's not like we had to go out of our way to find it.
It tells me that there were good times before. Now that we've dealt with Razvan, maybe things can be good again. I just wanted to thank you, Envoy. That's all. Anyway.
Okay.
Pleasant dreams.
What about Yasli? What do you have to say?
Seems there is more to our dwarven friend than we thought. Than even he thought. And to know that monster is still out there. And he could do that all over again. It's sickening.
That was too far gone to be a problem. Sounds like you wish we killed him. Worse now is how Marius is doing.
What gave that away? Yes, well, he was definitely a sad little man. But he was still a murderer. I'm sure his victims, Marius' family and friends, weren't fully healthy when they were killed either. Either way, at least that part of Marius' life is done and dusted. The next time we find a cult like this, let's stop it before they get to the death part, shall we?
Oh, but the death part is the most fun part. Yeah.
I know, I hate to kill the fun, dear. But we should prevent senseless killing where we can.
By killing people.
That's all I have to say on the matter, I suppose. Unless there's something else you wish to discuss. How can I help?
It's always funny how morality is always like, well, we kill them so they don't kill others. I think I said that before, but you know, that's just how games are. There's a lot of killing in games, and sometimes you don't think about it much, but yeah. How are you dealing with everything?
Oh, just wonderful. My home was attacked on the order of a woman without a heart or any other major organs. Then everything that happened in Shatterscarp and Ringrim's offer. I've been so lucky. My life right now is, well, it's wonderful. But there's always been something missing. And it gives me this kind of jittery feeling that makes my fur stand on end. Does that make sense?
Have you spoken with Felicia about this? Is it just that things with Felicia have gotten stale? Are you sure you're not panicking over nothing? Go think things. You're a great life. Maybe you need a change.
A little. We've spoken a bit about my, shall we say, restlessness. But I've not had a chance to tell him about Ringrim's offer yet. Quilici will be supportive, of course. He's wonderful like that. It's just hard to ignore these thoughts with everything happening. Not that I didn't have options before, of course, but now they're louder.
I heard documents of your. You used to loud. Ringrim does seem insistent.
Well, you don't become an archmage by being a wallflower. I suppose I needed a moment to rant. Thank you, Envoy. I appreciate you lending an ear. I'll leave you to your vices for now.
After all this time, finally returning home. How you doing, Marius?
I'm holding on. Got pretty intense back there.
Takes a lot of strength to go back to face something like that.
Thanks. Didn't feel like strength at the time.
You faced something horrible and didn't go catatonic. That's strength. No matter what it feels like, dear.
I'm not the only one here who has sad parent stories. Giada's folks turned into plants.
Everyone is haunted by something. It just hurts when that something is family.
Right. I'm fine. Let's just leave it there.
True. Yeah, those parents did turn into plants. Sometimes I forget that. But I mean, well, she knew her parents for a
Have you ever
while.
met a marine godlike?
So I guess it's
One
different.
of Andra's children?
Ingadi's children, as they're called in Deadfire. I've heard stories, but never met them. They're rare everywhere, but revered among the Wana.
I've always wanted to study one up close, but they're a slippery bunch.
Why are you so interested?
Purely academic reasons.
I might know a particularly charming one, if you need an introduction, dearie.
Maybe I'll take you up on that. Later, of course. And let's keep it between us.
Too late. We heard everything.
Okay. Do I have enough to upgrade this if I wanted to? Power attacks gives you 30% attack speed for 10 seconds, restores my amount of health to your companion. Full combo attack gives you 5% damage reduction for 10 seconds. I don't know. It's tempting, but I am also close to finishing up, you know, this weapon to the fullest. I just don't know. You know? I'm not gonna. I should put it in the storage for now, just because I'm considering things, you know. Because I could get tempted by it, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Just gotta upgrade my things. You know, I said I wasn't gonna say much about my criticisms, but I will say, not a criticism. I wish this was a little faster to do. If you could just upgrade everything, or I don't know. It's not that bad. It's just a little bit annoying to do. Well, I don't have enough chunks for that. I can't upgrade my armor. Okay, I guess that's... Yeah, I mean, I'm almost able to upgrade this to 4, you know? I have 10 and it costs... It only costs 3 to upgrade this. I can actually do both, I guess. So, okay, I might as well do that. There you go. It's fully upgraded. Cool, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the book being fully upgraded is not, like, sure. Like, you always just get the ability cost down. It's like, whatever. It's like not that interesting, I guess. It's fine, but you know. So like you get a new spell or anything, you know, that's not how it works. It's fine. Alright, let's get a bit of armor, why not? Yeah, we are almost there, like just these two are the ones we need. We don't have enough chunks or enough hide. And we almost need the blood rife mushroom thingy, whatever it's called fully. I forget the full name, it doesn't show it all. It's called toadstool, yeah. There is like a scroll there on the thing. Can you scroll with the mouse? You can. When I ever scroll that one with the stick, it doesn't let you go down there. Anyway, whatever. It's a weird little quirk. Alright. Let's get out of here. And I think we took the other last. So I think we'll have Kai again, and then Yassi last. Whatever. You know what I mean. Yeah. I think that was the case. I don't remember anymore. I'm just picking whoever I pick. It's fine. It's like whatever, you know. I kind of might have wanted to have Kai with us on the, you know, on the Marius mission, because you know he's closer, I suppose, than Gyada is to him. But it's, you know, whatever. It's fine. Alright, let's go up here, northward. Whoa. Yeah, I see some things up there. Sorry. Oh. Well, if I could find a way over. But it's a little difficult with all the lava in the way. Yeah, I see you. Don't know how you plan on us getting over there. How do you get over there? How did you get over there? Could I jump somehow all the way up there? How on earth did you get over there? A lot of noises going on down here. You guys have fun with that.
Coming from the rear.
Is there any way up? How would you possibly get over there? Could you jump from here? I don't like my chances. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here, to be honest. Does not feel quite like a place I can go. I mean, I can't save right now. I guess I would have saved at the camp, probably. Am I really doing this jump? Am I really trying that? I gotta be on my way, right? I mean, can we get up there? That being said, I don't know if I'm getting out of here anyway. I feel a little stuck. I'm definitely not supposed to be down here. Okay. I don't like my chances. I don't like the idea of doing that jump. That doesn't look like that's another way down. It's an isolated little island. You guys have fun fighting. I'm not interested today, apparently. Alright, let's kill some skillmen. Oh. guys have taken care of most of them, it looks like. There. Pretty empty looking
We're
here.
near Solace. That cartographer should be close, shouldn't they?
Who?
Who goes there?
Hello.
Thanks the gods. You're just flesh and blood, the same as I.
Come now, I really so unfamiliar with outsiders that you mistook us for monsters. Quite blood. What else would we be? Goats? Mistaken. You and I are the same.
If you spent as much time in the ashes as I have, you'd not speak so lightly of the spirits. They come at night, you see. The blights, the whispers in the dark, the undead there in the shadow of the mountain. It isn't natural, none of it. And yet I need to be out here alone, with each plea for a transfer, or at least some company, denied.
I don't have time for talk of spirits. I'll leave it to the haunted wastelands then. What is your best after getting signed out here? Is there anything I should know about the Ash Forest as I explore it? What is your duty here?
Everyone, I suppose. You publicly agree with Councilman Kostya one time, and suddenly, you're a pariah forced into the wilderness alone.
It's time to think and meditate on what you've done. You were trying to be kind, I suspect. Do better next time.
You have an odd opinion of kindness, Outlander. I didn't deserve this. And you know what? Maybe Kostya was correct. Maybe our oath to Nandru will doom us. Maybe we're going to die because we care more about a dead symbol than real people. Anyway, I've been talking too much. I need to return to my duty. Forgive me for cutting our conversation short. It does me a world of good to see a different face. Thank you.
Let's go this way. I want to find a way to that island, but I don't know. I don't see a good way. So let's just move on for now. See if I find some way there, perhaps. But yeah, not like my chances of just jumping there.
We can't. We know we can't.
But Elder Grigor can't fight them.
Hi.
We must leave.
Oh,
We must leave.
that's all you had to say.
We must leave.
We can't.
Click, but you don't say anything. Weird. Whatever.
We were sick.
Those were the other gods. Scouts on.
Hi.
Ah, thank the gods. You're the first customer I've seen since this nasty business here started. Anyway, you looking to buy something?
Got bothered by what's going on here?
Bothered? Yes. Concerned? No. I am capable of handling myself. Don't you worry. The concern's appreciated, but I've got mouths to feed. Namely, my own. We all do what we have to do. Besides, better a death that people talk about for years to come than, starvation. So, care to take a look at my wares?
I didn't want to sell stuff. But I gained supremacy. It's a light armor, so probably just gonna ignore it. Gain 25% frostbite and shock damage for your next spell you cast after a spell of that damage type. Okay. Interesting. Minus 20% incoming fire force and shock damage. Time and elements have worn away any insignia that could have identified the origin of these robes, but despite the tattered appearance, the robe radiates the unmistakable aura of power. Whoever once wore these was an exceptional talented wizard. Weird karma placement. Perhaps even a member of the Circle of Arts Magi. And another one that's light. Threats of the Faithful. Your new companions slowly regenerate up to 50% maximum health. That sounds pretty good. Your companions deal 10% damage. I mean, it's not like I really need. I have so much healing, but you know, still. Like that is pretty nice. If you like light armors, that is not bad. And then more damage, I mean, yeah. Anyway. And these once fine ropes are worn and tattered, though that is little to take away from their majesty. They were originally worn by a devoted scholar priest of Magman, who possessed strange and unnatural abilities to read from and speak directly to the minds of other living beings. Though his name is lost to time, the name of his town of birth, Shianao, is not. This town was the epicenter for a strange, unexplainable event that ended with the disappearance of every living inhabitant save for this scholar priest. Some believe that their souls lived on in him, making him a strange amalgamation of all that once inhabited Shianao. While this is almost certainly a tall tale, stranger things have been known to happen. Huh. Or some boots. Greaves of Exalted Stride. Greaves? I don't know. 10% resistance to poison and bleed accumulation. Your companions receive 20% move speed. Kinda whatever. The common problem for heavily armored warriors is that foes in lighter armor can easily outrun or outmaneuver them. To counter this problem, the Arcane Knight's Phaser Adaros and enchanted these greaves personally. Being able to keep up with enemies alone was not enough. She wanted to ensure that her entire squad could do the same. These are the end result. Much to the shock and dismay of lightly armored warriors relying on the superior agility to keep them safe. Get some of this. More lockpicks. Alright, and I have all the things to sell. Oh, those somehow. See here. Just this I need. Stashed items, got a lot of those I can sell. I really need more money. I'm sure there'll be something I want to buy at some point. Who knows? It's like very expensive. I mean, yeah, pretty expensive. If you was buying things more frequently than I was, you know, I'm sure you would be using your money, you know, because a lot of this costs like 80,000 at this point. So you know, yeah. What's going on here? This is what is this quest again? Something's happening here and I'm not entirely sure. Something terrible has happened to the monks at the Living Archives in Gilroy's Tusk. Investigate the situation. Alright, well we don't really know, I guess.
Help us!
Hi.
You! By the gods! Deliver us! They've gone mad! They're destroying everything!
Their behavior changed that sudden isn't madness. They become dreamfalls. Where are they? Just point me in the direction. No, nope. Just point me at the action, and I'll take care of it. Slow down. Who has gone mad? To be honest, I'm not surprised. I've not met more mad trolls in these wastes.
The archives! My monks are tearing our books apart! I've lost my monks and most of our books. Over the last several months, books about the garden were already going missing.
Hmm.
But the Book of Oaths and the Book of the Before, we must hold on to those.
Understood. I'm honored. What about the monks? Do we care about them? Why are these texts so important? What's this about missing books? I don't think about it.
They are already dead. But the texts, our past and future that outlives us all, they can still be saved.
Okay. Why are these texts so important?
The Book of Oaths is our living history, where the duty of every dwarven soul has always been marked. It is sacred. The Book of the Before is by Nandru himself. Every other work by him is accounted for, except this one.
What's this about missing books?
We've had several go missing, all to do with the garden. Gods only know what's happened to them. I can't believe it's theft, but we've never lost any before. Not in this number, at least. We recently brought the Book of Oaths to the parapet. It should still be there. And the Book of the Before should be in the main library. Now go, please. We've already lost so many precious texts.
Do not give me a lock to go in there? Maybe there's another way in, but this is kind of silly. You have to unlock it like that. Okay. Well, looking at the time, it does seem like we are pretty much gonna have to end the episode here. Just look around a little bit.
The books, for Nandru's sake. Do you...
Yeah. I'll come back. It's fine. Maybe going this way, I guess, instead of having to unlock it. It's kind of silly. Will just let me go in there that way. I guess I can do this properly real quick. I don't know. It's like, it's gonna be a whole thing. I'm not sure. I'm doing the swing move.
Another win, but who's counting?
Yeah, I don't know. Will this take a while? It's hard to tell how big this place is, really. Just don't want to, you know, go too long. I like these episodes being pretty much an hour, you know. That's the whole... Jeez. Really screaming. That's very loud. That was the whole point of doing the episodes like this, you know. And we are at episode 70 at this point. Like, this has become quite a long series, you know. But still want to do it the way I do it. I feel like this is just the best way for me to play the game. It's been a lot more enjoyable playing the game this way, that's for sure. Because I don't want to go 2 hours for sure. Maybe an hour and a half, but would that really be... I mean, it would be longer obviously, but it wouldn't be like that much longer. What's up here? So yes, we're available around. No, this is... Wait, where am I? Have I been? Wait, this is how we came in, or am I crazy?
No expert, but that seems like some high quality machinery.
Telescope, I guess? Huh. Nova Stoner's key. It's just one lock, I guess I'll just use that instead, it's fine. worth getting that. Sure, I'll find it, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it does. It's in there. There's over there. No, I don't think I'm gonna finish this whole mission today. I think it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, no. I was thinking about it, but nah. I think we better leave this for next time. You know. I'll just read this note real quick, and that'll be it. Course notes. A number of notes here detail the thoughts of the monastery elder in recent days. Mostly musings about the state of things at the monastery. A few things stand out. And, you know, there might be a lot of things to read. I mean, this is like a library of sorts, right? I mean, in a way, an archive. So, probably some things to read, I would imagine. So, yeah. The telescope has been broken for weeks now. At some point, a new initiate from Solace dropped the main viewing lens and shattered it. The glasswork is very precise, and the eyepiece itself enchanted. The president will be a nightmare. Supplies are currently in a state of excess. A merchant has taken up residence here in the monastery and has been facilitating the trade of old relics retrieved from a sealed-off chamber in the bastion which had recently been unsealed. Many weapons of war that were of no use to the monks. Volcano has been more active recently. It hasn't stirred like this in many years. Feels like a bad omen. Okay then. Yeah. Stop up here. Get a nice view of nothing. There's no stars around, you know. Pretty starless area. All the smoke and all the everything around, you know. Yeah. It's very Lord of the Rings, Mount Doom-esque. In a lot of ways this place is, you know. Anyway. Yeah. Doop. Last episode. Yeah. Okay, bye. I don't have anything else to say, I think. So, just bye.